Hey friends, McFarland here. In McFarland's Corner, end of the week. Gonna give you the Lake Fork Daily Rundown for Saturday, May 30th. Um, let's talk water level. 403.23. Stable, third day in a row. That's about 2.5 inches over pool. That's awesome. 1 to 2 foot visibility and a beautiful Lake Fork rain settling every day. Weather improving every day and temperatures rising every day so far. 76.1 in the morning, 78.6 in the afternoon. Remember, that's main lake, main body. Before I tell you about fishing today, I left something out of yesterday's rundown that I really wanted to share that was really cool. If you follow along, you're kind of familiar with Rhonda and her fiance, Mr. Ed Clark. Man, I'm having a ball. We are having a ball together. And this has really got some unique things, some almost ironic things that have happened that I want to share with you that are very special. So first of all, if you follow, you know that Rhonda said yes when Ed proposed, but she had to seal the deal with a 5-pound bass or better from Lake Fork with the guide Mike McFarland. So I came from Virginia to catch this fish, and we got it done. She caught a 5'11". If you saw the video that day, it was exciting, and she called the whopper plopper the wobbler blobbler. It was a funny, fun day. Well, we had weather quite a bit, and we've had to kind of shuffle and reschedule their trip multiple times to get that done, really. And we still had a schedule on the books, so they came back down just this last Wednesday. And doggone if Ed doesn't catch a 5-pound, 10-ounce. So now they're going to get them both mounted face to face on the wall. And that's pretty unique. I think their wedding, and I'm sure God's blessed them because God's in their life. He'll bless the marriage as well. And it'd be really unique to have these two fish on the wall like this in a memory. But let me take you to where it gets kind of funny. Ed is a man's man. Ed is a very strong man, a very hardworking man. I believe construction, and right now he works for the National Guard. He's a man's man. And his fish is smaller at this point than Rhonda's. And this is where the fun began. So lots of competition this turned into. And praise you, Lord. Even Rhonda said at the end of it, Ed caught a 7-pounder and kind of regained, forgive me, girls that are fishermen too, the hierarchy. So now he's going to have his 7-pounder and her 5'11". And, I do think that's pretty cool because I think it would have eaten Ed up forever to know he had a smaller bass. So I'm kind of even blushing over the whole thing. Really, really pleased that you got that big fish. And I'm actually going to have them back one more time before they actually get all this done, go get married, and begin their new lives together. So may God bless both of you, and what a wonderful time I've had with you. Thank you. Today, another very unique blessing from God, but I had a Christian family come from Louisiana. And I got to have a young man on my boat. His name was Jake. And if you've been following along, we had Jake from State Farm today. And he did wear his khakis. Once again, a big smile from ear to ear. Another absolutely blast on the water. We caught fish, no big ones today. Today was the first day all week that I had no big bites. We did catch fish. So we had to grind. We had to stay the grind. But man, Jake, what a first-class young man. First-class act family. But for a young man, he listened and applied better than, no offense, but some of my adult men fishermen. Really appreciate that, Jake. It was a fun day with you today. And at the end of the day, I had made a comment about his face mask. And, I always wear these, folks. Keeps that sun off of me. It's really important these days. But I made a comment that I really liked what he was wearing, and I loved his gloves. And when we finished up, that young man, I guess, rushed up to the marina and this was what he got me. Basically, the same type of band and the same awesome gloves. So it really made my day. He gave me a hug. And tomorrow morning, we're going to meet at church, Lake Fork Baptist. His mother and father and Jake, all the way from Louisiana. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Other than that, folks, there is one thing I want to share. I'm basically still catching the fish on a football jig. I'm going to continue to for the next 4 to 6 weeks. And the stand-up shaky head with the Magnum trick worms. Okay, I told you some colors yesterday. Go look at that show to decide what those colors were. If you didn't, I'm not going to retell you today. Go watch yesterday's rundown. But I'm going to tell you and introduce you a new jig color. I haven't really talked much about this color before. I still typically will put the same lobster trailer, the green pumpkin lobster Strike King trailer. But this is a new color, not a new color to Sandtone, but a new color that I'm introducing to you that I fish with. And that is called Mexican Heather. This time of year, them bass start eating them brim. They get brim revenge after the bass spawn, the brim spawn. And bass love brim revenge, we call it. So do those tails chartreuse a little bit with this guy. Get yourself some Mexican Heather 3/4 ounce Sandtone football jigs. Get you out there on Lake Fork, or really anywhere in the country this time of year, and catch you some big bass. So I really appreciate you watching. I'm Michael McFarland, the Lake Fork Guide, once again giving you the daily Lake Fork rundown.